Hey guys, so here are the videos about how I go about cleaning, or how I would like the mats to be cleaned, and how we all should be cleaning the mats after every class. First, we vacuum. Whether you use the backpack vacuum or this vacuum, make sure you wind these cords up nicely or you'll drive me absolutely nuts. But obviously we plug it in, you get the vacuum. Make sure that we get all of the big stuff and any loose hairs that we see. It's good to be thorough. I just did it really quick. So it's a short video, or it's actually kind of a long video. After you're done vacuuming, line these cords up nice. That way you won't make me crazy. Then we head over to the bathroom to fill up the mop bucket, and then I'll show you what we do then. So the mop bucket can be found in the men's bathroom. The light will turn on automatically. You come over, and this is usually how the mop buckets are stored. The mop bucket's usually stored in the stall, and here is the sink. We fill the mop bucket up with hot water. Now that you fill up the mop bucket, I only put in a little bit of water because this is just an instructional. But I want it to be filled up to here. And this is about 5 gallons. This is 4, this is 3, this is 2. You want hot water all the way up to here because we're going to use this hot water to clean the mops out, or rinse the mops after we've done some mopping with them. The 2 cleaners that we use on the floor every night are Simple Green, antibacterial, antimicrobial, and Odoban, which is also an antimicrobial, antibacterial, antifungal. Once a week, sometimes twice a week, I use this germicidal bleach to clean the bathrooms as well as the mats. But now I'm going to be switching and mixing it up and using this concentrated vinegar, which kills every single thing on your mat, mostly. So after you're done filling the mop bucket, how I want the pump sprayers filled is you use about 1/3 of this per pump sprayer. So I either you put in about 1/3 of a bottle of this, then fill up the rest of the pump sprayer with water. Put in 1/3 of a bottle of this into the other pump sprayer, then fill that one up with water. And now the pump sprayers. So this one's filled with Odoban. Most of the time at the end of the night, we release this valve so that all the pressure is relieved, and it helps to prolong the use of this thing, the pump sprayer. You pump it up. And now the correct way to use the pump sprayer isn't this. That just leaves the spray in those areas, and then when we mop, we're not getting an effective amount of product or cleaning ingredient on the mat. I'm only going to do a very small area because I have class in just about a half hour. So how I would like it sprayed is I want it evenly sprayed so that there's an even spray over the entire surface. You don't have to coat the entire surface, but the solution should be spread out evenly, not in lines. I want it to look like it just rained or sprinkled in here, and I want enough of it, and you can use as much of this as you'd like on the mat for cleaning. You can never use too much. It will get really sudsy, but the suds will clean up. The second sprayer goes over this, and again I lightly mist all over, and it's a wand, so you wiggle it like this, like it is a wand, so that you get an even spray of solution over the entire mat. Remember, if it's just a line, it's not right. I want it to look like it's rained on the mat. Next, with the mop, I want to use kind of a wet mop. I'll get the mop wet and then just wring it slightly. Why? I want to make sure that I get enough coverage and that my mop doesn't run dry. And when I mop, I go back and forth in this figure 8 motion. Why? It helps to spread it evenly, and you can see if you have any dry spots. What I don't want is this streaky part. That is not cleaned. This, that looks like it's completely wet and saturated, this is cleaned. You'll do the entire mat up and down. And then how often I rinse the mop out is every 3 mats. So 1, 2, 3 to 4 mats, I rinse the mop out. And then I continue. So back at finishing this mop. And then I rinse. And when I rinse, I make sure I rinse it really good. And squeeze it very thoroughly. To be hung outside. After you're done mopping, especially after the 5:30 a.m. class, I want you to turn the fan on. 1, then 2. Open the window. This will get airflow in and help the mats to dry evenly without leaving blotchy spots all over the mat. Also this fan. When you turn this fan on, you want to pull it away from the wall so it has airflow behind it and it can move the air around. This fan in the corner doesn't need to be turned on with those 2 fans on. If it's really hot out, which it won't be, I think we're beyond that, but in the summertime, when it's really hot out, you can come over to this unit here, press this button, and go to cool. Then if it's 77 degrees in here, you put the cool all the way up to, or pull it down to about 75. That'll bring cool air in here, especially when it's humid. It'll help dehumidify the mats in the mat room. Now, everything in here's also been disinfected and cleaned. When you are sweaty and disgusting, I hope that you wouldn't just sit on the mats and just soak all your sweat into the mat, or sorry, the seats. However, after you're done training, I have plenty of paper towels, and these 3 bottles are filled with, I say, fungal spray, antifungal spray. This stuff is tea tree oil and hemp soap. I don't have the bottle with me right now, but it's in the bathroom if you want to take a look at the ingredients to see if you're allergic to anything. It's all natural, 100% organic oils that are used to aid and help spreading or fungal bacteria like ringworm, staph, and MRSA. It's not an end-all be-all, but it does help. Now, in the 23 years that I've been doing Jiu-Jitsu and 15 years I've been teaching, I've had a couple of skin infections. Nothing big, nothing dramatic. But they do put you off the mats for a few weeks, or a few days up to a week. I don't want anybody coming in here training with any type of skin infection or rash. If you have any type of skin infection or rash, you should be going up to the coach and bringing it up to them. If you see somebody with a skin infection or something sketchy, make sure you bring it up to one of us, or we will never know. Most of the time, our mops are hung right here. And this helps them to dry, gets plenty of air flow. I also, if it's rainy out, or maybe it's just cool and it's not too hot, and I don't think the mops are going to dry too good over there, I'll stick them in the fence like this, and that's totally fine too. So with all this being said, and now that I've been clear of how I want the place cleaned and how we should be cleaned, it's not just how I want it cleaned, it's very thorough, and that way we can reduce skin infections on the mat. There isn't anything serious going on. This is just a video to help the new people, and some of the parents know and learn how we clean the mats and how we take care of our stuff. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is a very heavy contact sport, obviously. If you don't do it, you may not realize how close of contact we are with each other and how much can get exchanged in them. That's why I don't allow anybody to show up with any type of symptoms. Runny nose, cough, if you're starting to get a headache, those are early signs of flus or colds, and nobody wants them. I've had several people at the beginning of the school year, which is right now when kids go back to school, and also then at the beginning of summer. Lots of sicknesses come out, flus, colds, stomach bugs, whatever. Any of those things, I don't want any of the kids coming here and training with, or any adult. If you have somebody at home that has any sickness, you probably shouldn't come and train either, because you could carry their germs in here as well. This all being said, I hope everybody watches these videos and gets some knowledge into how we clean the mats, why we clean the mats, and to the extent that we should be taking care of our gear at home. If you cannot go home and shower within a half hour of leaving this place, you should definitely be using these spray bottles. And again, these are filled with eucalyptus, tea tree oil, and hemp oil. Me, personally, I open up the trash and I douse it with, saturate that thing with water, and it looks like I'm literally bathing out here. And all I'm doing is I'm wiping off all of everybody else's sweat and germs and keeping myself clean. You can use another one to dry off. And this can help with the reduction of skin infections and spreading germs. I hope everyone has a great day, and I'll see you soon.